What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with
Gershwan.
And we're back at it to answer your questions in another installment of For the Greater.
You were sinking into your chair. Oh, there you go.
I'm going into the other side.
Oh, the other side.
Get Out. Right? That's what they call it? Get Out.
I've never watched Get Out.
Dude.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, simply comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And understand that most of the time we just ramble. Yeah, I've never seen Get Out.
You gotta see Get Out.
I don't know if I want to see Get Out.
Oh, you want to see Get Out.
This question comes from D Sun. And he asks, how come Star Wars is more popular than Warhammer 40K?
Because it was a movie.
Yeah, the median in which it came out. So Star Wars was a movie, and 40K was a board game or a tabletop game. Well, it started as a
like
RPG.
Yeah.
So it started out like Dungeons and Dragons, and I mean, how many people actually play Dungeons and Dragons?
There's a few here and there.
But like, so if you have a crowd of people, so think of your school, if you still go to school. Which, if you watch the show, I'm pretty sure you still watch, or you still go to school. There's maybe like 10 guys that play D&D. Everybody watches movies, so that's why.
You didn't even say Star Wars. You said everybody watches movies. So what you're saying is GW needs to put out a movie.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it would completely change the Warhammer 40K universe, though. Because, again, it has to be marketed towards a certain demographic.
Well, that you want to market it towards the biggest demographic, because that means you're making in the most money.
Exactly. And if you do that, you can't have cherubims. You can't have serval skulls. I mean, you could. It won't be as successful. It will be like Blade Runner. Blade Runner was an amazing movie. Really captivating. Really, like, it stayed true to what was there before, but it didn't do so good in the box office.
I don't know why. It was a good movie. It had freaking what's his name? Ryan
Gosling. Because like it doesn't appeal to like everybody. It was very dark. Very what's it called? Neo post-apocalyptic. Which is what would happen to 40K. So Star Wars or 40K will never be as big as Star Wars. Let that sink in.
You got that Solo movie coming out, though.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks real good.
Next question.
This one's by Too Cool. Why did the Emperor want to kill the Primarchs and the Space Marines?
Because they were done. They fulfilled their purpose, and he wanted humanity to be ruled by humanity, not by superhuman, genetically modified super freaks.
Super freak.
The next question comes from Joffrey Rogers. Are there any pale orcs in Warhammer or in Orc WAAAGH? No characters or whatever, but yeah, you could create that. We've talked about this before. Next question.
Yeah, check out our one of the most recent Greater WAAAGHs. We talked about it. This one is David Christensen. Why doesn't the Imperium use Calexis assassins or a similar unit to counter the Greenskins' energy?
They do. They do it a lot. They send in assassins to assassinate orc war bosses.
Because once you kill the war boss, pretty much you're guaranteed that wall is going to fight amongst itself, dwindle its numbers down to something that can easily be managed by like a Imperial Guard regiment or a planetary defense force.
Yep, because then they start killing themselves. You're never going to get rid of it. But, yeah.
Daniel Trujillo. Hello, OMS. What are your thoughts about an army composed primarily of Officio Assassinorum and Adeptus Custodes forces? Do you think this might work on the tabletop? Love the show, and thank you for your efforts.
Do it to it, put your back into it.
Definitely try it out. I'm not saying necessarily buy the models yet. Maybe play test with your friends. Get some Space Marines, say this is that, and then see how it works. But I think it'll do good.
Yeah.
Low model count, but it'll probably do good.
Actually, in 8th edition, low model count is bad.
Yeah.
Good luck. The next question comes from Alexandra Thomas. Why there is no love story in 40K? What would be the best love story in 40K?
A Kroot and an Emperor. There's no love in 40K because it's supposed to be grimdark.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a hopeless, despairing galaxy.
And then the best love story is the love story between Imperial citizens and the God Emperor.
Mm-hmm. That's the only love story allowed.
Hashtag Kim Jong-un.
What?
Next question.
Hell Thunder. What is the appeal of the lore behind Chaos Space Marines? I enjoy Necron lore because despite warriors having no individuality, the overlords are aware and have big goals. Yet they're constantly dealing with setbacks, curses, and mental trauma. Meanwhile, Chaos Space Marines just seem like they were driven insane or are possessed by the gods. Any story recommendations to make me like them?
Well, yeah, you're looking at it completely wrong. You could read, I don't have any recommendations as far as stories, but check out our 40 Facts on Chaos Space Marines. Their whole thing is they're cowboys. They don't want to, like, they're like Wild Wild West type stuff. Where it's like,
why.
You pictured a hat.
Broke back.
Oh, well, that's not... Yeah, they're tired. No, a Chaos Space Marine is somebody who just wants to do... He's a renegade. He's fighting authority. He doesn't like the Emperor. He knows that the Emperor had some secret agenda, and now he's like out there getting powerful on his own. Like, if you enjoy...
Well, it's not 100% on your own because you're gaining power from your god.
Yeah, but the mentality of a Chaos Space Marine, I think, always falls back to like ego. Like his ego is like, I am better than my chapter. I am better than my Primarch. I'm gonna be better. Like Karn.
Mm-hmm.
Karn would not think twice about hitting what's his name, Angron.
No, they fight anybody anywhere.
And like the whole thing is like it's self-empowerment. Hashtag equality. Hashtag chaos rights.
But yeah, I mean, the allure to chaos is power. You go to chaos to gain power. You go to chaos, like you said, to gain power within yourself.
If you ever watch The Godfather and you're rooting for the Mafia, then you would play Space Marines pretty well. Which everybody does. If you watch The Godfather, you're never saying like, "Oh, I hope
he gets caught."
Yeah, I hope Michael dies. No, you never say that. You want him to like succeed because he's a badass. You play chaos because you want to be a badass. Next question comes from Marco. Bye. I had a cough. Baglio. Who would win in a fight, an Adeptus Custodes or a Grey Knight?
The Custodes.
Definitely.
Yeah, back then, I thought Grey Knights had it.
Back then, they didn't want me.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Now I'm hot. They all own me. Mike Jones. So, Adeptus Custodes, these are 10,000 warriors that were literally handcrafted by the Emperor himself. He's like, here's my gene seed, this is the trait I want, this is what you're going to be. Boom. With Grey Knights, they're kind of just like a step above Space Marines.
Yep. And then you have part 2. When is GW going to bring back or Lehman Russ? We have a mod. No, that was
Rogodorn. But that was for the Forge Road. So 30K, not 40K.
So when are they going to bring them back? Who knows? Maybe 9th edition?
That's a ways away.
Are they going to skip 9th edition and just go to Edition X?
Yeah, just like the iPhone. Pint of Guinness 99. Out of all the Primarchs, which one would you guys say is the best at one-on-one close quarters combat before the Horus Heresy? I would personally say it's Angron. However, I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say.
I would say Lehman Russ because he fights so much. Mm-hmm. But we've been through this a lot, and he's lost many battles.
Yeah. I still gotta go with the homie Sanguinius.
That's actually a good one.
Because he can fly.
Yeah.
You can't beat him if you can't get to him.
And he defeated Bellicor, right?
Ka-Banda,
that's what it was. Next question comes from William Breedlove. Are you working on any new projects, such as new content videos, than what you're normally done? Maybe. What's it to you? What were you gonna say?
Does adult content count?
Yeah. I Yeah.
Just wait and see.
You'll see. But yes.
This one is by Mason Griffin. On average, how often does an imperial world have to give tithes?
Depends on the world. Depends on the need.
I mean, if you're a millennial, you really want those tithe pods.
I get it.
I crack myself up. Tithes.
Nathan Godwin. Who do you think would win, the combined might of the Mech Warrior universe, Clan and Inner Sphere, or the Imperium? Do you know Mech Warriors? Me neither.
Imperium.
Yep.
Minnow. If the orcs believe in something with enough around it, it will happen. Shouldn't, therefore, they be the strongest psychic race? For if enough orcs believe they can, it will occur.
That's the thing, though. Orcs don't believe that they can. Orcs just believe that they want to fight. And that's it.
So because they can't control it, they're not the strongest.
Well, yeah, and then like the other thing too, because we've mentioned this before, like they believe in like simple, like if they believe something mechanical, then it's gonna work. But they're not gods. Like they can't believe like that they have an ice cream sandwich and then an ice cream sandwich appears into their hands. That's not
awesome.
That's not how it works. So like if they believe that they can dunk a basketball, you know they still have to jump and whatnot to it. Their muscles might get like extra elasticy and like they'll be able to jump, but they're not guaranteed whatever it is that they are requesting. If that makes sense. Next question, do you have one?
I got one. Herr Springstoff. First of all, thank you very much for your answer of my first question. I am sorry for another long question, but here goes. The Primarchs have learned anything from their home planet could offer them. In the state, every planet could offer knowledge. So in early youth, they should remember anything that they learned after their integration with the Imperium till now, with Guilliman as a first and other Primarchs hopefully coming back. Could they bring a breakthrough in the stagnation of the Imperium psychic development? With the Primaris Marines GW brought to the repulsor tank, do you think we'll see old 30K and new technology?
So would technology advance in 40K now with the Primaris?
No, with the Primarchs coming back.
Ah.
Because of the technology and all the knowledge they gained from their homeworlds.
Oh.
I feel like that's an interesting twist, but if it were to happen, it should have happened in 30K.
Yeah.
Because they were literally just brought from their homeworld to the Imperium. And as far as I know, each individual Primarch did speak to the Emperor, so he should have been like, oh, on this planet we have this thing. We should integrate it or something like that. But yeah, I don't think it'll happen.
No, and there might be like technology might advance a little bit because in the story, Belisarius Call says that he still has more vaults to open with more of his secrets, so we might get more weapons and whatnot. But yeah, your answer's on point.
Right.
And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions, just comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And we have a Patreon exclusive for the Greater Wall, so jump on over to Patreon. A simple $1 is going to get you extra videos.
Thank you guys for all these questions, and as always, I'm the Sound Alchemist.
Gersh one.
And we are out of here.